even really know what to say, except what I was just saying as I walked through that line. High-fiving, guys. I love this team. That's all I got for you. So go ahead and hit me with questions because I'm like spinning here. And I'll say this too. That opening day win was really special, but I don't know if you can get one much better than that one we just witnessed right there. All things considered, and how these guys went about it. Man, so proud of them.
Glenn, fire off.
Hey, Mike, that ninth inning, I mean, what are sort of some of the emotions? And I know you're managing through sort of like moves. I mean, so what's that like? How are you experiencing that ninth inning as things are unfolding as you're trying to be prepared to step ahead there?
Well, first, Michael does a great job giving us a chance. They got their closer on the mound, and we're going to have to try and fight for anything. And he gives us a chance to let Dice do his thing, and that's a good runner right there. That as soon as he saw Dice come, put his head down, came in, and realized that Dice was going to get a chance to do his thing, and he gets to third and tells Vance he couldn't believe how long it took him to get to second. So, just using that weapon. And Dice has been just huge for this team in so many ways. And then, getting him to third there, not an easy assignment for Hanser after he's got a strike on him. And then Nicky laying down a perfect bunt, Dyson getting a perfect jump. And then once again, we're talking about the Salvi show, and he continues to just thrill us.
Mike, when they intentionally when they go with the intentional walk, I mean, obviously they're lining up the force and everything, but I mean, what's going through your mind when you realize that's Salvi coming to the plate?
Yeah, it's a tough situation for anybody. And Santana's been hitting the ball hard. Obviously, just hit a home run to give us the lead. So you got the right-left matchup. I get it. We're hopeful for a good at-bat. That's it. Actually, what I'm thinking about is making sure Zimmer's ready in case we have to jump into that 10th situation with the man on second base, make sure that he's been communicated with some of the different ideas on bunt defense. And I'm thinking more of that than anything else and hoping for the best. And Salvi keeps producing the best.
Danny?
Mike, for the three long balls and the six that all three of them looked like homers that ended up not being homers, for you guys to experience that and then come back the way you did, what does that say about your team?
Yeah, I mean, it goes all the way back to the first. But I can honestly say I've never been around a team like this. Regardless what happens, they just believe, and everything they're saying the right things, and that's fine, and that's good. You want that positive energy in there, but then it comes down to just they're all willing to do whatever they got to do to make it happen. That's what makes it so special. So, that's a kind of a kick in the gut. You watch ball come off Santana's bat, and you think that one's gone, and Salvi. We all thought that would hit the back railing. And then when ball off Solaire's bat, which, the ball he smashed earlier today, and let's not forget Dozier getting on the board also. But, that inning in particular, and, Benny hits a ball late to the opposite way and smashed it. Just encouraging these guys too, get warmer weather. Those balls are probably all gone. So just keep swinging the bat, hitting the ball hard, and good things will happen.
Alec?
Hey, Mike, that team, the Rays, I mean, their success is a part of it is relentlessness. And I know it's like something you guys have talked about going back to the offseason. I just wonder, how much do you want that to kind of be the identity of what this team is? Just keep coming nonstop.
Yeah, I want that identity in that clubhouse. That's what I care most about, for them to think that. And that's what I'm seeing. And if the rest of the baseball world believes it, good. But most importantly, that they never feel. That's exactly what Salvi said to me as he comes back through the line at the very end, is no, we don't stop fighting. And that's exactly, I don't think you could have a better label or title on a team than that.
Vern?
Mike, your thoughts on Hanser's approach coming off the bench with 2 on, nobody out?
Tough at bat. I mean, really, really good at bat. Stays to the big part of the field. And, things that we've been seeing some balls hit well to right center. They're covering it well. Phillips did a nice job running some balls down, but all series, it seems like we had balls that we thought were going to carry. But it was just a nice short approach, not trying to do too much. And, that's not easy to do any time of the year, let alone with everything like it is right now. It's hard to stay ready. It's hard to keep your body loose and be ready to come in a big situation. But he was prepared and did a great job for us. That was a huge turning point for us.
Lynn and then Mick.
Hey, Mike, you talked about sort of the bouncing back from those three long balls, but how about to complete sort of the comeback, take the lead, and then to see them sort of turn the tables on you and take the lead again? I mean, I think you've talked about how much energy it takes to sort of complete a comeback and then to have to try and reload. What's that, sort of say about your club and just the fact that they were able to do it in that short time?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I've seen some really good clubs when they're down 4-0 in the first, they're kind of checked out. They won't say it, but you sense it. And then I just think that it's part of the DNA of this club that when something happens, they believe that something else is going to happen in our direction, and just somebody get it going and hand it off. We talked about that first game, just hand it off to the next guy. And that's exactly how this worked, right? You hand it off to Dice and he handed it off to Alberto and then Nicky. But to get there, it was guys just continuing to play the game, play defense. I thought we did a nice job on the mound. Jake being able to stay in through 5 after giving up 4 in the first was huge for us. We were a little short in the pen. Josh DeMont came in, did a nice job and just handed off. Brents came in, got 3 big outs for us to hand it to Scotty. It was a team effort. If I've ever seen one, that's probably as good of a description of that game as one I've ever been a part of.
Mick, wrap it up with Skipper.
Hey, Mike, I know you touched on it earlier, but just how perfect was that 9th inning? How perfect did it go for you? I don't know if Michael Taylor's ever been pinch run for, but it works out with Gerard on the base pass. You played the small ball, and then you get Salvi up, the guy I imagine, won up in the big situation. How perfect was that 9th? Yeah,
I'm just hoping not too many of our fans went to bed early. I hope they stuck around for that one, because that's one that you talk about for a while. It's one that you remember. It's one we're going to be talking about for a while. And once again, it's everybody doing. We did have some of the big stuff, right? You had long balls, you had guys having the big at bats, but you also did a lot of little things right. And those little things make a big difference. And I hope that's also a defining part of our club as we excel at doing things right that just come from selflessness and hard work.